Ladies and gentlemen, I'm shaking. That's how excited I am. Yes. Welcome to the Dog Pod. We are here from Johan and our honorable guest King Mphahlele. Ryan, welcome on the podcast. Thank you for fitting us into your busy schedule. It's awesome to have you here. Yeah, and awesome to have you in the Cape Town and just in Stellenbosch and blessing us with your presence. It's absolutely fantastic. Just to go through a few times. So PB's the 1.5 PB of Ryan, 332.9. Landed at the King Mphahlele. That was a massive race. Mile PB.
That's a quick time.
Yeah. 332 for those who didn't hear us correctly. The mile time 3:59. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, that's not gonna stand
yeah,
for
but I once had a 3:57, but that was unofficial because of the electronic not being available and all. But
okay, South African problems.
We'll get better sometime.
Yeah.
So
if we shot this podcast next week, it would have been a different story of that PB. And then your 5K PB 13:46, 3K PB 7:53. 2023, you had third at SA Champs in the 1.5, second at SA Champs in the 5K, and you were fourth in the mixed world cross country relays.
Yes, sir.
2022, second in the 1.5, and then third in the second in the 1.5 at African Champs.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And then third in the 1.5 in South African Champs, and then in 2019 you won the 1,500 in the SA Champs.
For sure, that's what's up.
That's the stat. So Ryan, welcome on the Dog Pod. It's so cool having you here with us.
Hey, Jens, thanks for having me here, and thanks for making me feel welcome. I actually feel cozy,
We love it. It's just good coffee from you.
And I'm chilling with you, Stian, and the goat, thanks, Jens, for having me here. Let's have a good one, and let's just chat and have fun,
Yes. Yeah, I think let's start with the King Mphahlele, right?
Absolutely. Let's start with last in, first out.
Yeah.
Monday night was thrilling and exciting. I enjoyed your race more than any of my races. I've run 17 SA records. That race was more inspiring to me. If I could, unfortunately I'm turning 64, it's not possible. If I could, I would have started running again. It was so inspirational. And you know what, about 10 years ago, somebody phoned me out of Joburg and said, here's a guy, he trains like you, he races like you. I thought, no, people say that easily. And it was you. And it was true.
8 years ago.
I see myself in you. And
sure.
Friday night I was very upset that you had to do all the work. Nobody in the field even tried to help you.
Yeah.
You became the super pacemaker, and why I was furious because I was in that position many times too. And you for people at home that don't know, me and Ryan, we're talking a language that many people don't understand. Ryan is still learning. Stian's still learning.
I don't understand this language.
Yes, but there's a language we talk, and very few people can talk that language. And the one language is that when you run in front in the 1500 from start to finish, you lose at least 3 seconds. You lose it. I've seen it over many years. Front running costs you, and so I was seeing Ryan losing 3 seconds, and can he afford to lose it against these guys who doesn't want to help him? And there was wind as well, so it makes it worse. But the fact that you pulled through and that you did not go the easy way and say, okay, let's try tactical. You did everything you could. You did all the work. They were threatening your first place in the last 100 meters.
Oh
you came back.
That doesn't say.
I tell you, that made me happy. And when I saw that, I knew there's 2-3 seconds in you that you can go faster. So Monday night, I couldn't say I was surprised, but it still had to happen. Yeah. we all know that. You know what's possible, but it still has to happen.
Exactly.
And I just want to bring in your race. When I ran my 3:33, it was at the African Championships in Kutsenberg, and just for the spectators to see how I enjoyed it, because splits are very important to me, as it would be to you.
Yeah, sure.
So that day I went through 1:53.9 for the first 800. So when you went through 1:52,
151, wasn't it?
1:52. I think it was 1:52.
I think I went through think 153. Yeah, 153. Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
then it was spot on
Yeah.
what I did.
Yeah.
I was 249 at 1200, and yesterday somebody told me you were also 249
Yeah,
at 1200.
249, 250.
So,
you know.
Oh,
You know what?
I
When
don't think
I went through 249 in 1987, that was world record pace. If I could hold that pace for another 300 meters, it was world record pace.
Damn, bro.
But I couldn't. So the difference between me, you, and those two races were we both ran in front.
Yeah.
The only difference were your last 300 was 1 second faster than mine.
And well, you didn't have a pacer, you know.
I know, but you still had to do the work
Yeah.
in the end.
the last 700.
So to sum it up, we can talk about the race again, and Stian, you can ask your questions and learn this new language.
I'm a sponge. I'm just soaking up this language.
But what I can say is, if you can do a 3:32, doing the hard work in the last 2 laps, I can guarantee you, in the right race in Europe, you will run 2 seconds faster at least. This year.
Sure.
I'm not talking about the future. You can decide how fast you want to run, but I would be surprised if you are not going to run under 3:30.
I would be too, you know.
It's not whether you can do it, it's when you're going to do it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I want you to
Yeah.
have that belief that is now the minimum, is sub 3:30. That's the minimum. I don't want to put pressure on you, but anything is in the end is possible.
It's possible, you know.
Nothing is impossible.
Like
to
our
you.
Adidas slogan, you know, impossible is nothing. So
Yeah.
exactly, you know.
It's only impossible when you believe it's impossible.
Exactly, you know. If I believe in myself, if I can do it, then I'm gonna pop it.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah.
So I would love to know what your dream is.
Yeah, that's the thing, you know. I don't have dreams, you know, in terms of the 1500 meters, but I've always thought to myself, you know, I'm in the game, and my biggest fear, you know, being in the game is not reaching my full potential.
Oh, that's
you know,
so important.
I don't want to be like I want to do this and then I'm done, or that's the thing I've got it, or I've made it. My thing is, you know, the world record is sitting at 326, right?
Yes.
The SA record is sitting at 31.9. You know,
Yeah.
and, well, I'm gonna pop that. I don't know when, but it's gonna pop sometime.
Yeah.
You know, you know. But that's the thing. I came here, especially in the 1500 meters. I've met guys who tell me, "Why don't you move up to the 5K?" But listen, I'm like,
Not yet.
You know, I've got unfinished business here. You
Yeah.
know? You know, as for the 1500 meters, as I said, the world record is sitting at 326. You know, I want to get as close as possible to that world record. And you know, I'm as much as I've tried running quick times, you know, for the world record, I'm gonna try and if I feel like I've tried as much as I could have to break it, and if I feel like it's time to put my spikes away and move up, I'm gonna do that. But if I still have the desire of trying, I'm still gonna keep on trying until I feel like you know,
Yeah.
I've run out of
Out of
you know,
steam.
exactly. You know,
Yeah.
I'm just-
Brian, you know what? The language we're talking here is people at home like goal setting. And the goal setting is like, my goal is that, and if I don't run it, I'm a failure.
Yeah.
So I personally don't like goals. I like to speak, I'm going to challenge that.
Exactly.
I'm going to challenge that level. So we're talking the same language. You're going to challenge the 326 level. The fun for you is challenging it.
Yeah, not even when I do it or not.
Not whether you
Yeah.
did it or
Yeah.
not. And that's what people are missing the point.
Yeah.
That is the journey. I mean, how many people can say I'm challenging 326? Just saying that words is exciting.
gives you goosebumps.
It does. I mean, when I was an athlete at 19, I said I want to break the world record.
Yeah.
The world record was John Walker 332.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that have been great if
it's
we
crazy.
to me that
Imagine
was the
that.
other day. And so at 19 I said, and it sounded impossible. People thought it's insane because my PB was not even under 340 yet.
Yeah.
And in the end I ran 333 on my own. There is a champ, so I could have done it. So if you say I want to challenge 326, I tell you it's not impossible.
It's not.
It's not impossible. It's really, and the fun part is going for it.
Exactly. Like
Not whether you do.
I put out a post this morning, you know, and that's the thing. The quote that I put out, you know, said the journey is the destination. You know, that's the thing. It's not about whether I do it or not. You know, the destination is when I'm trying to do it. You know, that's the thing. Whether I get it or not, that's irrelevant to me. You know,
Yeah.
the
I
thrill,
agree.
you know, and the fire burns in like trying to do it. You know, I live off that. You know, the adrenaline. You know, and that's the thing. If I lose that adrenaline in the game, that's the day I'm gonna hang out my spikes. You know, there's no
Yeah.
need to be doing.
But it
all
doesn't sound like it's going away soon.
that. No.
No. There's a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun coming.
Your game actually only started now.
Yeah,
as I listen to this language,
because
I
this
don't know.
332 opens a lot of new doors to the Diamond League.
Exactly.
And previously it was tougher to get into that level. Now the doors open.
Exactly, and not just that, it opens a whole lot of doors, back doors, front doors, side doors. Also here in the country, what Cape Mphahlele and EnduraCare are doing right now is groundbreaking. It's an earthquake. That's the thing. What I can tell you is that where were all these meetings all these times?
It's just actually like we spoke about it in the car.
What about coming to live in Stellenbosch? Bring your coach and come.
Hey, that's the thing. I've always said like Cape Town is my second home. Every time I come here, I pop something. That's the thing. What the Cape Mphahlele and EnduraCare did. I just love the fact that they actually collaborated. And put this thing into one thing. And made it into a continental tour where we can come and run quick times, and the times can be really official.
Yep.
Like you run a quick time now. 30 minutes later, the time is uploaded on the RWF website.
Yeah, that's why I got these times.
Exactly.
That's why I got these times, was the RWF website. That was like,
and that's the way it should be.
Exactly.
But you know what? For years, the last 10, 15 years, we've seen organizers who don't speak our language and they don't know what we need. Franjo van Rensburg, the organizer, he runs a 335 himself. So, and I was part of this whole idea of the Cape Mphahlele, and we said we only want to do one thing: create that perfect situation for guys like you.
Sure.
But we needed a guy like you to come and actually
Do it.
because the fact that you did it now is going to make this event become a lot bigger, and a lot of more people from overseas will in the future will come and want to come and run here. So you've played a massive role in this.
And that's the thing, about you guys, Johan, Ilana, Bruce Stewart, Francois van Rensburg, that's the thing. One thing I like about you guys, you put the athletes first. You don't have any envy on the future that's coming or any jealousy, because that's the thing. Francois was an athlete himself. Even you, like he ran 335. Ilana Meyer was an athlete herself as well. Sure. Bruce Stewart has a son who's also an athlete as well. That's the thing. You put the athletes first. And I've just run 332 and you ran like 333. It's good to see that you're actually happy for me instead of being mad about.
Everybody I told like that. Okay, Ryan broke Umbihan's record. Like everybody's like, Umbihan was probably mad. I was like, no, Umbihan was the most excited out of everybody because
I was jumping up and down.
Because it's athletics is going forward. It's the thing of knowing. That's what the language I don't understand. It's the thing of knowing what it takes to run 333, and then seeing that happen. That is why Umbihan was so excited.
I see myself in him. When he broke the record, it's like I'm breaking it because I feel part of you and part of your success. For the people at home, there's a lot of people who are actually very misinformed with records. They think when you talk about a record, they talk about SA records. So when I talk about the record that you broke of mine on Monday, it's not the South African record.
No.
That's been held by Johan Cornelius.
Yeah.
So let's just clear that.
Yeah.
I didn't talk about South African record. We talk the South African Open records. I just showed him the records. It's in the South African statistics book. So there's actually, it's not the official record, South African record, but it's officially the fastest on South African soil.
Yes.
It's called South African Open record. So
fastest time by South African on South African soil.
So just the definition for everybody. So South African record can only be broken by a South African anywhere in the world.
Yes.
A South African Open record can be broken by anybody, but only in South Africa.
Yes, okay. Yeah.
So like the 200, 100, 200, 400 is overseas, guys. I mean,
running in South Africa.
Michael Johnson, he's got the 200 and 400 South African records.
Open records.
So very few South Africans actually have open records.
Okay, so it's the record, basically South African soil record.
So the record he has broken is the South African Open record, which is not official, but its record's been kept.
Yeah.
And it could be a Kenyan. I mean, the 5,000 is a Shalimo, a Kenyan.
Sure.
So
he ran it here in SA.
But I tell you, not many people is going to run 332 on South Africa, because in South Africa you got to do it on your own. There's no big diamond league.
But that's the thing. That's one thing that we're trying to change, and I think that's going to change with us keeping the results consistent. What we're doing here is not something that we're going to do just for now. We're going to keep on doing it in the next coming up years.
Sorry, man.
And what I want to say about this is 10 years from now, we're going to talk about this 332. And we said, That
Yes.
because a lot of young guys, 15-year-old guys, in 10
Yeah.
years from now are going to run fast, and we're going to ask them, what inspired you? And they're going to say, King Ryan. That they were either there or they were in the race.
Yeah.
Or they saw it because there were junior guys in your race that ran incredibly fast.
He's that
But-
guy from Office.
But
man.
they're all going to be so inspired that
Yeah.
you are going to ignite a new generation. You're going to lead
Yeah.
a new generation. And that's why I'm so excited. Because
Yeah.
at least it's not just you. It's a generation that you're going to ignite.
Yes.
So you're the leader.
Yeah.
You're the leader, but there's others going to come. And if they run faster, then it's also great.
Yeah. And that's going to happen also with not just being me, but I was telling Bruce the other day, I was like, you know, what you guys have initiated here, what you've started here, and with the attitude of you guys putting the athletes first, you know, you're building something that's going to last 10 years when or a long time when you're gone as well, you know,
Yeah.
and because you're putting the athletes first as well, you
Yes.
know, and with that, you putting the athletes first. It's up to us also to even take advantage of that, also of putting out the positive results of
Yeah.
like keeping the results consistent, running quick times, and that's how we're gonna play our part because you're
Yeah.
also playing out your part with that as well. You know, with you guys even getting involved, you know, it's a good thing. You know, that's how you're gonna help sustain
Yeah.
this whole.
And that's
you know-
actually, I think, actually, this is a good time to like to tell Cape Milers, like, this is before the podcast, before Cape Milers, we were speaking to Francois,
Yeah.
Francois van Rensburg about like thanking him for doing the Cape Milers in like not knowing what the future would hold.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now we look back, we see, yes, but this is what the Cape Milers did.
Yeah.
It is like create the circumstance for you to run a 332, which is absolutely, it's like, it's putting South Africa on the map for a fast, like middle distance athlete.
Yeah.
It's like inspiring a generation. It's bringing TV coverage. It's bringing money. It's creating so much more than just a fast time. It's building a whole new it's like igniting a whole new fire in South Africa.
Yeah.
And that like, so Cape Milers, like Francois, all the people that's organizing it.
Yeah, also EnduroCat.
EnduroCat
Yeah,
is also in
EnduroCat.
it.
You
A
know,
lot of people.
And that's the thing, you know. I ran my PB last year
At EnduroCat.
at
Yeah.
EnduroCat, you know. Elana organized, you know, the meeting. You know, got athletes to come
Yeah.
and stay at even like at the university there. You know,
Yeah.
and they helped us a lot. They got us prepared even for that. And
Yeah.
that night was beautiful. The weather was superb, you know. And
Yeah.
it was up to us even like to show up on the day and try and run quick times. you know.
Yeah.
Not just me. A couple of guys also ran PBs there.
Yeah,
You know, and
So it's just like it's awesome to see this happening and to actually like we've been talking about it along, but now we're seeing it happening, and
Yeah.
that's amazing. Okay,
Yes.
so let's go on. Monday night, the mile. Do you have any like? Have you thought about the?
What are you going
is
to
it-
challenge?
What is your challenging?
you know,
What-
yeah, here's the thing.
What level do you want to test?
let me tell you this. I spoke to my coach 2 days ago before I asked him for the training program for the afternoon. I was like, Coach, you know we've got a race on Monday, hey? And I don't know, we ran like 2 races already, and that's a mile, you know. The catch also is that there's the trials for the World Road Running Championships, where someone is going to be selected to go run the street mile
Sure.
at the Road Running Championships, you know.
Yeah.
But I was like, Coach, you know, we ran at 3:32, and what are you thinking for the race on Monday? And I was like, he was like, okay, but according to and I quote him, you know, Elvis, you know, he says, according to my calculation, that time gives us like a 3:47.
Imagine that! No ways! Imagine that!
You know, no, he says to me, you know, that time gives us like a 3:47. I'm like, you know, that's the thing about my coach is, you know, as much as I'm ambitious,
Yeah.
he's, you know, he's more ambitious than he.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Than I am, you know, and that's what I like about him, you know. But the thing is, he doesn't put a lot of pressure on myself. He doesn't tell me go for it. He just says
He
go
says,
do your
according
thing.
to the calculation,
Yeah,
you
according-
can run 347.
Yeah, 3:47. And I'm like, okay, listen, coach. I think of it this way: if I can run like 57s each lap, which is a kind of an easy and a hard thing to do, you know, because in 1500 meters,
Yes.
you do 57s, you're gonna smash like 3:35 guaranteed, you know.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
if I can run like 57s for each lap, that's like 3:48, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And I spoke to Bruce Stewart, you know, and I was like, if the conditions are perfect as well, you know, you got a good pacer, and if we can go through, and I told my coaches this as well, if we can go through 155, I'm telling you, we can pick the lock for the.
Yo, Ryan, this is me.
And I saw like on the I like to call that book the Athletics Bible because it's got all the times there, you know, the records. And yeah, you know, if you wanna go for a record, you just gotta look in the Bible there. And,
Yeah.
you know,
and see your name there.
exactly. And I saw your time. You know, your answer time is actually 350.8 exactly.
And the SR record is 0.7, isn't it?
0.7.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so you can take both.
Like for me, you
Yeah.
know, that's like if I'm gonna go for that time, it's like trying to hit like 2 birds with 1 stone.
It's
Why not?
almost impossible not to go for it. I mean, sub 350 was my dream. So please
Do it.
go and sort that out for me.
Yeah, you know, and that's
Sub
the thing.
350 is a big one.
You know, and that's the thing. You know, I'm gonna try. I'm not saying it's
No, you're
it's
just
gonna
gonna
happen.
challenge
Yeah,
it.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna challenge. If it happens, everyone gets lucky.
If it doesn't
you know.
happen, if it doesn't happen on Monday, it will happen.
Nah, some
somewhere.
other.
It will happen.
Yeah, you know, but that's the thing. We're here to try. You know,
Exactly.
we put nothing against not trying. That's the thing. We
Yeah.
try. If it pops, it pops. If it doesn't,
Next time.
we
And
live.
if it pops, you pop a champagne with it. That is anything in the vial.
You know.
Yes, that's exciting.
That's the thing, you know, we're gonna try, and I just hope with all the gents, you know, Nkosnati, Tepo, and
Yeah.
and everyone, we just go for like 3 miles, and we try and pick the lock for that SA
Yeah.
record as well.
Just
you know.
that would be amazing.
That's the thing, you know. As I told you on, you know, I was thinking to myself yesterday, you know, I was like, you know, moving forward, whatever race I run, if I'm feeling good, I'm not gonna hold back, you know, because
Yes.
the thing is, you're given this talent, and
Yeah.
you're only in this earth for a short period amount of time, you know. And I was like to myself, I'm not gonna hold back anything, you know. And the thing is, you know, every day, you know, every day above ground is a good day, you know, to give your best in everything I do. And
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be happy with holding back, you know. And I'm gonna give myself the best chance
Yeah.
to achieve anything that I wanna do,
Yes.
you know.
Yeah.
So whatever race opportunity I get, you know, I still want to take the opportunity while I'm still breathing, you know, because I don't know when you're gonna kick the bucket, you know. That's the thing. You know,
That's true.
You know, that's true. You know, so
Yeah.
I'm just want to take advantage of it, you know.
It could be illness,
of
injury.
the talent that, yeah, exactly. You know,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, when I ran my 333 in 87, I didn't know that was my last SA record. I was still going for 330s, and it was. Because I got an illness after that.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So,
You never know, because we live in an age where you don't retire.
nah.
You just run till you're sure you can't run fast anymore. Then you start thinking, okay, maybe it's time to stop. In the old days, people wanted to retire and at a high level. But those days are gone. You run as long as you can.
Yeah.
But you don't know when your last race is going to
Yeah.
be.
Exactly, you don't know. Like we were just speaking about even like Jean van de Vente, you know.
Yeah.
It was so unfortunate that he also like couldn't reach his full potential, you know, because he got an accident and all that, you know.
Yeah.
And well, you can never predict
You
these
cannot
things,
predict it.
you know. And
Yeah.
that's the thing, you know. I just wanna, you know, live while I'm still alive, you know. So
Run fast like you still can, man.
exactly, you know.
Yeah.
Whatever happens in the next 5 years, it's relevant for me right now. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna live in the moment and, you know, try to do the best that I
Yes.
can, you know. And
Yeah.
it's good that I've got all the support I need, even back home, my coach, my family, you know, my sponsors, and you know, even here in Cape Town, you know.
No, you're
Yeah,
building
you have a lot, you have a lot of support.
You're
Yeah.
building a fan base here.
You know,
It's actually sad that so many people didn't know about it.
Yeah.
Stian, you better put this on tonight, and
Um,
we want more people there. We're not going to have a
Yeah.
dog squad training session on Monday because I want the dog squad athletes to come and watch.
Really?
We
Is
have
it a-
14
is it a-
athletes of our group of the dog squad's running. 14.
A lot of athletes of us are running.
But
yeah.
all the others, they must please come and watch. They're missing something really exciting.
Yeah.
I just want to go back to the mile on Monday.
Yes.
You know you're gonna get 2 for the price of 1. Because Bruce phoned me earlier, we're looking for another electronic equipment for the 15 nanometer mark. Because when I run 350,
Yeah.
when I run 350 at the 15 nanometer mark, I broke the SA record 334.1. I went through the 1500, so you can actually run 2 PVs.
But does it count?
Absolutely. If in my time hand times were still valid, so we had 3 timekeepers because 3 was the
official, like they
but
say, yeah.
but now this time from Sasolburg, all the way from Sasolburg, they're bringing in extra camera and electronic equipment. It's going to be at
No way.
the whole field is going to get an electronic 1500 time and a mile time.
That's awesome.
Both will be official. So
It does count.
How's that?
It does count because what I saw when we ran in Australia, by the way, the world champs, we ran the relay there.
The cross country.
Yeah,
Yes,
a week later, I was chatting to the Australians. They ran a mile in I can't remember the city where they ran.
Yep.
They ran like I think 3:55 or 3:54ish or somewhere around there. But now they actually took the time for the 1500 meters because I think the 1500 meter time was like 3:36.
Yep.
Oh.
So
Yeah, and that's
it's
So
official.
it does count.
That
Yeah,
is-
so you don't
as
think
long as
that.
it's electronic equipment.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
In today's life, so that's why they had to really look all over for another set of because no stadium has got two sets. So it
So
no,
they-
it,
they
so it,
bring
will,
it
it will
one-
be it will be official. So when I
Oh,
went for a
yeah.
mile, I always went for the 1500 mark first, and then hold on.
Yes, it's going to be insane. And now, so that's very cool. so you qualified for the world champs.
Yeah.
So is it definite that you're going to the world champs? Like,
No, it's definite.
No,
Okay.
no, for
there's
sure.
no.
so
break.
what is the because we spoke about it in the car.
Yeah, but
Okay.
yeah, we can put it here as well.
Yeah, I would actually want you to put
Yeah,
it there
yeah,
because that, like, when you spoke about it in the car, I almost missed the turn. I was like, what? I was just looking at you, I almost missed the turn to do. I was like, oh, but I want you to take us through that. What is your vision for the world champs? Because obviously it's your first world champs.
No, the second one.
Second world
yeah,
champs.
Yeah.
And what is your what like do you want to go out and go do? Like,
And I think with being qualifying so early, giving me the best opportunity that I didn't get last year because I didn't qualify so early. I actually qualified by world rankings, and it was crazy that I qualified. They take 45 for the rounds, and on the world rankings by the points, I was actually 45th. So
Yes.
so you made it like just
yeah, But now that I've qualified early, it gives me the best opportunity to prepare very well for the upcoming World Champs in August.
Yeah.
And luckily it's in Europe. I won't have to travel like
No, it's
one and a half.
in Budapest.
In Budapest,
Is it?
I've run there in Budapest. It's a beautiful city.
Really?
Yeah, you must do some sightseeing too.
Yeah,
Go for a long run.
Looking forward to it. Do they have like parties there? Yeah, that if I run well, I can say.
I definitely think they will have
I mean,
parties
you will be the party because everybody will want to be with you, and it will be a party.
Looking forward to it. But anyways, they're in Budapest, right? So
Yes.
now, which is I'm glad that it's actually in Europe, which is not very far.
Yeah.
Obviously, I hope I'll get my visa will definitely be sorted before even the time. And I was unlucky last year, with that. But now it's in Budapest, so I'm gonna prepare well for that. And as for the world champs, I can't have excuses of not doing well. For myself and for my squad around me. I can't have any. I can't have any excuses. That's the thing. For me, I just feel like I'm running 3:32 right now. With the way the gents were running last year, I felt like I can actually go on and win the world champs. It doesn't matter whether it's my second world champs or my first or whatever. I'm good enough to go there and win. No one is gonna tell me I'm not good enough. To be honest, I feel like I'm one of the best in the world right now, and I'm gonna give myself a good chance and go on and try and win the world champs. Whether I win or not. But the thing is,
You believe it's possible.
I believe it's possible.
That's the
If
biggest
impossible is nothing. I'm gonna try and I'm gonna go out there and give it my best shot. And go through the rounds. Obviously, I gotta go through the rounds first before I get to the final. It's how I execute the rounds and the semi-final and the final. But once I get into that final,
Anybody can win the final.
exactly.
Yeah, it's open.
I mean, if you look at a final at the Olympic Games or World Championships, those guys are all on the same level.
Yeah.
It's really the guy on the day.
Yeah.
It's
Who's mentally prepared? Who
They're
wants
all
it the most as well? So,
yeah. So anything is possible.
Exactly.
And it would be foolish for you not to think it's
No,
possible.
it would be.
That would be
I'd be
foolish.
letting
Yeah,
myself
yeah.
down, and the people who are supporting me, if I would think that way, because if I can believe in myself while I'm here, what's gonna stop me from believing in myself when I get there?
And that's exactly what Umi answers. Like, if you start running, what you said earlier is like, if you start run consistent, like 3:33s, 3:32s, then in the right race you run 2-3 seconds faster.
Yeah.
So that's like the only thing now is like just keeping on doing what you can. Do,
Yeah,
just
you know.
running what you can and putting yourself out there, and then seeing what the future.
Yeah,
holds.
and the thing is, I'm gonna go out there and do my best. And
Yeah.
the thing is not even about the competition, because I'm gonna go out there and do what I do best. And if it takes for me to go out aggressively like I always do and being a front runner, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. Those guys, they come in there with their own plans, and you've got defending champions, silver medalists or bronze from last year. But to me, I'm like, bro, like that was last year. You know, this is
a
this
new
year.
year, man. King Ryan is here now.
And every race is a new race.
Exactly. You know,
Yeah.
you know, that's the thing. You know, I'm gonna go out there, you know, and express myself the way I would, even when I'm here. You know, if it pops, it pops. If it doesn't, you get to live another day for next year Olympics.
You will have a story to tell.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter what
And
happens.
it's insane. I can't put my head around it. I'm sitting next to a guy that's like going to run in the world champs. It's like 3:32. Like it breaks my brain because you always in South Africa. Like you always look up like overseas. Like look how fast they run in America and in Europe, and look at those guys. But I'm like, look at those guys that run so fast. Like, I don't know if you guys know the Brian Clay invite, which is a American race, was the other like last week, and the like famous people. They ran like a 3:34.
Yeah, I heard that.
3:34. I was like,
I didn't know.
Hey, bro, I saw 2 seconds faster time than that in South Africa. The guy's sitting right
Yeah,
here.
bro, because it was funny when I went in on Monday. I didn't know even that they ran like 3:34 on Saturday.
Yeah.
Like,
I was like, and usually it's like, okay, like America, they'll be like way faster. I'm like, 3:34, what's that? In South Africa, we run 3:32, baby.
Well, the funny thing is now, if he runs now 3:34, he's going to be upset.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's now a different level, and now he's not going to be happy with that anymore.
No,
yeah, but that's the
insane.
thing. For me, even like to run like 3:34 right now, it's okay, you know, because I'm still being consistent.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's the key, you know. I'd be mad at myself if I go back and run 3:40, which I struggled for 3 years to break.
Yeah.
We spoke earlier about it now. I just want to tell the kids at home, I also struggled, and at one stage I didn't believe I could go under 3:40. None that I know that there's a 3:33, and if I could run international, maybe faster. So if you get stuck somewhere, don't give up. Don't give up on your dream. Just keep on going.
Yeah.
Sometimes that is a blessing because that makes you more hungry.
Yeah.
And to get hungry at the 3:40 level, that's great. Because once you get over that hill and you go for it,
It's a downhill.
there's only
It's
one
down-
way.
I just want to say that you go downhill.
And actually, 3:32 is probably easier than 3:39.
No, it is. You know, the only thing that was tough about the
Still, that's our language.
Yeah, I don't know what's
the only thing that was tough on the 3:32 was that first lap. But after that, you know, just
The toughest of the first lap for me was not to start too fast.
Yeah.
Because you're so eager. But you have to realize, listen, hold back, hold back.
You know, and
Is it?
and shout out to the pace setter. You know, he got us through like
Who was the pace?
Tsepiso. You know, he's from Botswana.
okay,
Tsepiso
okay.
Masilela is from Botswana. He's actually the bronze medalist at the African champs as well. You know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you know,
Wow.
for him to sacrifice.
A good quality race for you to pace, or
No, he sacrificed. He could have ran the 800 there as well and like
it's true.
won
Yeah.
probably. But
Yeah.
for him to sacrifice his 800 meter,
That's fantastic.
you know, to
Also,
come and
yeah.
pace us, you know, and got us. He got me to 1,000, by the way. you know.
Yeah, no. I watched the race on television afterwards. He had a pacemaker for 1,000 meters. That
usually a little 800.
I've never had that before.
Only a world-class athlete can pacemaker.
Yeah,
that
he's.
far.
What does I say about him? He's definitely world class. He's got good potential even in his in his
Yes,
race. He got
that's
me
good.
through 1,000, you know, and you know the pacing was so perfect, you know. I can't
It's
take
a
it-
shout out to him.
Yeah,
Yes,
you know,
really.
you know, and shout out to Tsepo as well for getting us to cross over the line. Because when I didn't see what's going on behind me, but what people don't know is that I saw his shadow. You know?
I saw
with the lights.
no,
Yeah.
but the shadow on the grass.
No,
On the inside track.
Yeah, on the inside track, I saw actually his shadow, and I couldn't feel a step, but I saw his shadow on that that
Yes.
last 80 minutes. I was like, nah.
No.
You know, I gotta push, you know. So that's the thing, you know. And shout out to him as well, you know.
Yeah.
And after I saw the clip, the way he came like on the bend,
Yeah,
it was
because-
crazy.
Yeah,
The 400
he came in at some point.
Yeah, because with 400 to go, there's a video when you come on that home straight on the bar lap, it's like you are like almost like 10-15 meters ahead of him.
Yeah.
And then, so he like closed really well.
Yo, that was
He
epic,
really
you know.
well
And the thing is, if I was watching, if you were running or Johan was running,
I would be running.
I was gonna tell you guys, push. Yeah, and I think one of the athletes, not one, but you know, one of the goats in Kenya, Ferdinand Omanyala, took a clip of himself watching the race.
I saw that,
Really?
yeah.
I want to see that.
He's a 100 meters African record holder.
Yeah, he's a Commonwealth Games champion.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
He was watching the race with my manager as well. You know, you know, they were watching there, and he was actually screaming. Well, obviously I couldn't hear him, but he was actually telling me he was anxious. Like I could tell by his tone, he was quite anxious, saying like, "That guy
It's coming." And on Instagram, he jumps up. He jumps up.
Yeah, you know, and it was crazy. I even got goosebumps watching that. And I felt like I would do the same if one of the guys or one of you was running. I was like,
yes.
Obviously, I couldn't hear a thing, but luckily, as I said, I saw his shadow.
Yeah.
That's when like I pushed for it.
But I can't. It's insane to see, and it's a funny thing, because if you show those videos to like people who don't run, they don't realize how fast you are running. But you, like, says me, who knows, like, who runs and trains hard, like, I see, and I know this is like 55, 57, 57. It's mind breaking. And you watch the people are like, yo, like, it's fast. I'm like, that's faster than your 100-meter PB. That it's crazy. Yo, and I think also like standing on the 4th lane was just
that's
so
No, I think that's come from Europe. In Europe, it becomes a practice now at middle distance meets to make the 4th lane the stadium. Because I mean, when I ran my SA records at Kutzenberg only had 6 lanes. People were sitting with their feet in the 6th lane, so I had to ride around at the crowd on me.
So that's what we were speaking about in the car.
So now you don't want people sitting 15 meters away from
point
you.
is so huge, you know.
The next step will be to have this cones right around the track and have people in the 4th lane run around.
That's what you said.
We were speaking about it, like saying like how cool it would be, like all over the track. Like,
so Ryan, next year we've got to get that right. We've got to get the
I trust Bruce and Francois to even push that, and we're gonna push it as well now to bring the spectators in. But it's also up to us, you know, to give them a show as well, you know, the entertainment, you know. Because I always say, like, as athletes, I don't look at myself as an athlete. I'm an entertainer, you know.
You are,
you know.
That was entertaining.
And that's very entertaining.
We're entertainers, you know. It's up to us to give the people the show, and people don't come there for tactical races.
No.
That's the one thing that actually is gonna make them walk away or not even come back the next time. Not to watch, because we gave them like a tame race, but they wanna see action, you know. And to be honest, for me, it's not even most of the time about winning. But if I can go out there and do my best and give people a show, I feel good even about myself.
You're talking my language again. You know what? In the end, why do you want to be better than somebody else?
Nah, you know.
I mean,
especially here in your country as well.
We talk the same thing. We don't want to be better than somebody else. You want to be Ryan at his best.
Yeah.
You want to see how fast Ryan can run.
Yeah.
And we all want to see that.
Yeah, and I'm glad you understand that as well. You know, that's why you did what you did, you know, because you want to be the best version of yourself. You could care less about the criticism if you didn't win or if you didn't run a quick time. But as long as you did your best, you walk around with your crown in your head, and no one is going to tell you anything about it because you feel good, you know. So that's the thing, you know. It's about like doing your best and like put yourself out there. And even making people feel good about paying good money to come to the stadium, not wasting it, you know. And it's about time. Even like Bruce has these cool ideas even about bringing people to the stadiums. One thing we also wanna do, which is I support it fully, is that, you know, bring in a beer garden at the stadium, you know. Our uncles who love drinking alcohol can pull up, you know, not sit like for like a whole 1.5 hour being thirsty, but they can just grab a beer while watching the entertainment.
How do you feel about a beer mile? Have you seen the beer mile?
I've heard about it where like every
day.
Now, unfortunately, I don't drink beer, but I don't know. I'm not considered after I've retired. You know, and just go do it. You know.
It's a funny thing that. Well, I see. We are running.
If there's a beer mile, how about we have a whiskey mile? You know, do that. Are you gonna be handle the whiskey on your chest, doing laps?
Yes, that would be bad. But just to before we wrap up, your season, looking forward, like ahead before the World Champs, I'll just take us quickly through the season. What you think now will happen before World Champs?
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, I've thought to myself, you know, there's a lot of things that are gonna go on into the next year, but I'm into the upcoming season, you know, throughout the whole year. But I don't want to think about that because that's just so overwhelming, you know. As I say, I want to live in the moment right now. You know, we've got plans for.
That's a secret. That's good.
Yeah, you know, we've got upcoming races, but I don't want to plan ahead because that's the thing. You can't predict the future.
Yeah.
You can't say you want to do something like in 3 months later, but you don't know if how you're gonna be feeling, how you're gonna be thinking when that times arrive. You know, that's the thing. I wanna live now and not think about even now with the world champs. You know, I don't wanna be all up in my head about that.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
I
not
just
yet.
right now I'm just gonna focus on
It's not about
training.
Monday.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's about Monday. Let's get through that Monday. Afterwards, it's the next race. It's the next race. One race at a time, one day at a time, one training session at a time. You know,
Yes, that's good.
That's why I'm just gonna take it. You know, because that's the thing. Life is a game of inches. You know, but if
Yeah.
you're willing to take quantum leaps, you're gonna take 4 steps back. But it's just focusing on the now and living in the moment and valuing the days that you go through by. You know, and you know. So I'll focus on whatever's gonna happen in the future when it's
there.
closer. You know,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
and think about it. But right now, I'd like to focus on Monday. You know, and like you know,
Monday's gonna be big. I can't wait for
Listen,
Monday.
and for people at home, a dream mile is a sub 4-minute mile. It was considered impossible before the first dream mile was run.
Yeah.
So you will see a dream mile. You will see a sub
Oh,
4-minute
you will
mile.
definitely see
So,
it.
so if you live 300 kilometers away from Cape Town, it's nothing. Come and show your kids. Come and bring them. Come and show them what a
insane.
dream mile looks like. It's a very special thing and an achievement to do.
Yeah.
Roger Bannister ran the first one in the late 50s. And it was called a dream mile because people say it's only a dream. It cannot happen.
cannot be
cannot
broken.
happen.
But now, okay, now people can do it. So,
Now,
but it's still special. People don't know what a dream mile is. Bring your kids, come and show them a dream mile. Let them be inspired by that.
Yeah.
Because they will. It's a question of how many people will go under 4.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we can see quite a lot of people.
Yeah. Like I'm predicting, like about 8 guys might even go.
That would be the
sub-4
most. I think 7 is the most.
Yeah,
In
because
that would be the
South
most.
Africa.
Yeah.
and what people don't know, what's interesting even about you, Johan, you know, I've heard like you ran like 2 dream miles in one day. You know, in the space
1
of-
hour.
in the space of an
Oh,
hour.
We should set that
word.
up for you. What do you say? Maybe 3.
I don't know if I'm that ambitious.
3 sub 4s on the same in the same meeting.
No, I don't know. I'll think about it really later on.
Okay, sleep on that one.
Yeah. You know, that's crazy. You know,
You're gonna do crazy things. 'Cause that's fun.
Yeah, I'm already insane. So I don't know. I'll think about it. I might attempt it. You know.
Yeah, we can put it
Yeah,
on.
we can put it up
Yeah.
there at
Yeah.
Luxembourg.
We'll have
at
3 pacemakers.
Yeah.
Each mile's got its own pacemaker.
Oh.
Yeah.
That would be bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting.
you'll have a fresh field probably as well.
Ah.
You know when I did it, I lost the second one. I ran the sub 4. That's all I wanted. I didn't care about winning the race.
Yeah.
So in the end, it doesn't even matter whether you win. You just want sub 4, sub 4, sub 4.
That's interesting. I didn't know even like you lost the second race. You know.
Yeah, because it was a fresh field.
Oh.
Yeah, they didn't run the first one with me.
Oh.
So it was not fair.
Also.
It doesn't really count then.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
we'll
but-
look into that.
Yeah, we'll look into that. You know, the couple.
Okay, Bruce,
Yeah.
did you hear that? we want,
Next
we want
one.
big money for that. You know, it's not whether you can do it, but if you can do it, you'll be the first person to do it. You know, I was the first person to run 2 sub 400 miles. It's not that other people couldn't do it. I was just the first one to try
Yeah,
it.
You have to try
And
it as well.
It's not that,
because you're
it's not
crazy
that
like
Ingrid
that.
can't
Of
do
course.
it. You can,
Yeah.
other people can also maybe do it, but if you do it, you'll be the first.
Yeah, it takes the guy with guts. You know, like your aunt.
Like you know, yourself.
yeah,
you know, it takes a guy with guts, you know.
You know, to actually
Yeah.
go on and try that.
Yeah.
You know,
Do the impossible 3 times.
Easy, but
it
yeah,
becomes a habit. Eh?
Yeah, that's
I think we are at the end of the podcast now. Because otherwise, it won't upload to YouTube. We can talk like an extra hour and a half, easy,
absolutely.
easy. But we have to cap it here for the viewers.
Yeah.
But Ryan, just thank you so much for joining us here and quickly responding on Instagram saying you're keen. It's so nice to have you on the podcast, to meet you, to chat with you, I just want to say like we back you 100% for like your ambitions, your dreams, your goals. I believe you can win the world champs. I believe.
Thanks, bro.
I believe you can take Jacob Ingebrigtsen, the silver medalist, Papa. I believe it. But you're such an awesome person. Man, thank you for coming on, and I just hope the best for your future.
Also, my 1500 brother, I believe in you.
Thanks, Johan.
Yeah.
I believe in
yeah.
you. I'm on this journey with you. Although I'm on the sideline, I'll be rooting for you every time you run. You're gonna do it.
Yeah, I
I
believe
know.
that because your
I know.
attitude regarding me running these times,
Yeah.
always being there, and acknowledging that I ran well, without even
Without being salty. With like
yeah,
and stuff,
and exactly, that's why I say I believe that,
Yeah.
and you inspire me to do that because you understand what type of athlete I am, in terms of my attitude and character, and all that. So this gives me even enough inspiration to know that you back me on that, so let's get it, So
next time you're on the podcast, we'll have a nice gold medal.
You know what?
We'll have stories to listen to.
And I know guys who know me very well. They know whether I get a bronze or a silver, I walk around with like the whole day. If I do get the world champs, I'll be wearing it the whole month,
you'll be crazy not to.
Even if we'll definitely have you on the podcast again after the world champs. Even if you don't get, I'll cut you out the gold medal. I'll make you one. And
I appreciate it. I'll wear it.
That's insane. But so people, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in and listening to this podcast. And then please come watch the Cape Milers on Monday. It's going to be fast. It's going to be awesome. And until next time. Thank you guys.
Adios.